Well, hi everybody, and welcome to Moodle Support Theater version 2.3. This is video number 3, and we're introducing you to a basic course, the type you're going to receive when you pop into your class for the first time in the new Moodle. So basically, you're going to have your course name. You're going to see in the upper right hand corner the fact you are logged in as, and your name will show up there. You have the option to turn editing on. You can give that a click if you wish. When you do turn editing on, you're going to see in the right hand column at the very top a new HTML block, and there right in the center a little thing flashed yellow, kind of dropped down and then went away. That tells you the drag and drop ability has been turned on. That means you can take a file, a syllabus, a piece of course material from your desktop and simply drag it where you want it in Moodle. That is terrific. We have a new HTML block. This is where we're encouraging everyone to put your contact information, Science 503, Professor Bill, room, Founders Hall, etc. Office hours, a photo, a phone number, and an email are a very effective way to get in touch with your students. Activities can go anywhere, and with editing turned on, I see activities, and I'm going to choose to put that in another spot in a few minutes. Latest news, I'm going to minimize. I never use it, but you might like it. There's quick mail, there's your participants, and we have the ability to add blocks. So far, fairly similar. Let's scroll back up to the top. Let's go over to the left-hand column, and here's that navigation box. Now, in what I'm looking at right now, this is a very big item. It combines the list of your classes with every item you have listed on this page. Now, mine says Moodle Training. I'm going to click the little arrow right next to it, and that will go away. It gives you an opportunity to check in on each class you're involved in. As you come down a little farther, we see the settings. I am going to go to the top of the navigation on the right hand side and select that little tiny plus, give it a click. I'm going to minimize that. That's my choice. You can of course do what you'd like. Now I have room. I'm going to take the activities block from the right hand column, float my mouse at the top, notice I get my four-way arrow, and drag it under the settings. A personal choice. That's where I like it. Let's look in the center column and notice that we have add an activity or resource. It's different than what it used to be. I've got good news and I've got better news. Let's say you're a traditionalist and you'd really like to see it back the way it was. Let's come over to settings, activity chooser off. Give it a click. It will revert to the way it used to be. Now, they have renamed some items. For example, in adding a resource, you're going to see the book, data form embedded, file, folder, label, page. Well, they used to call it web page. Now they call it a page. Data form embedded, by the way, is an advanced feature, and to use it, you must add an activity. Using the add an activity drop down, there is a data form. So we're asking you not to use the resource add data form embedded without coming in for an additional training. There's quite a lot going on there. This is a much more robust database. So I'm going to use the activity chooser off. Now we just have one item, and this is the better news. If you give this a click, let's say I want to add an assignment. I put my dot in the radio button next to assignment, and it tells me all about what that assignment's going to do. Let's say I want to add a choice item. I give it a click. It tells me how a choice activity can effectively be used. I'm going to go back and choose assignment, and actually we're going to cancel. How to use the activity and resource section is in another series of videos. Editing our settings. There's one more feature I want to show you, so let's come to the left-hand column. Let's come to edit our settings. This is going to be fairly similar, but there are some changes. Scrolling down under the big summary box where it says a basic class, you still have the ability to choose weeks or topics or even collapse topic. Course layout, and this is kind of interesting. You can show everything on one page or show one section per page, and I'll be demonstrating that in another session. It's really good if you have a very activity intensive class and you have a lot of items on your page. This makes it much more usable. So course layout, show one section or show all sections. You're going to notice some changes. Let's go back. I'm just going to say save changes. We'll go back to the front page, and I'm going to invite you back next for more new features. If between now and then you need some help, stop by Library 315 Monday through Friday 8 to 5 because we're here to help.